I'm the course tutor coordinating the second year music technology students in holding this event, Industry Unplugged, which is a music business seminar. And today my role will be to chair the seminar. The audience that we get will be able to get an insight from the industry professionals on the panel as to what it's like to really work in the music industry.
I'm Pat Fulgoni. I'm a singer and I run a record label and I do various music projects.
I'm Tim Hutton. I'm a songwriter, producer, instrumentalist, and I really do a diverse array of musical things.
I'm in the Goldfinger. My role in today's event is I'm one of the panellists. I've come to discuss good points, bad points, strange points about the music industry and how long I've been in it and how I've been active and inactive.
When it comes to young people setting up in the industry, particularly around here, I think it's important for people to keep going, because there's a lot of people that will knock you and knock your attempts at kind of achieving something creatively, and it's best just to let that criticism roll off you and just keep going single-mindedly and try out different styles, keep altering your approach and network as much as possible.
So initially the thing I'd say is whatever your understanding is and whatever you want to choose to do, make sure you're good at it. Don't just think you're having a go. If you're serious and you want to do it, there's a 1001% commitment behind this. And those are the understandings that I believe I'm still living by today. Otherwise, you know, I don't think you'll be able to progress in your life just as an individual, not just as a musician.
But you use it all the time. You don't just have a Facebook page and put your next appearance on there. You have to ask people questions and engage them. Engagement is so important on Facebook. It's not just buy my t-shirt, go to my gig. That sort of stuff's useful because it's information. But you start debates off, so you can say to people, what is the most classic dubstep track of all time?
It's like I was saying in the panel there, you are the media now, you are your own media. So when I started the band, in a sense we kind of pioneered this because we used to do our own fanzine, which is photocopying magazines and selling them at gigs. It was small scale though, because it could only ever be in your town. So nowadays you just utilise social networking and everything, and you just really learn all the little tricks of social networking. It's not very exciting, but it's kind of admin, it's kind of what it's about. The most important thing to remember about music, it's a graft. It's the best thing in the world, being creative. But it's not, you don't get it on a plate, you know, unless you're one of those kind of Coldplay bands. And I think if you're based up here in a town like this, it's a double graft. But that shouldn't put you off because you're grafting at the best thing in the world.
Right, well, my name's Stephen Hamilton. I'm a live promoter. Been doing it nigh on about 10 years. My role in the event tonight is basically just answer any questions which any students have got relating to putting on events, how it's done, and making it work basically. Advice that I'd give to people looking for success is transparency really. Whoever you're working with, don't be trying to shaft anyone, because whoever you shaft on the way up, you're going to meet on the way back down. Just make your contacts, be transparent, and work your ass off really.
What I would say to young people just starting off, wanting to make a career out of the music industry, would be really sort of follow your greatest fascination with it. You know, find out what it is that really interests you about that, and to just then doggedly just keep going on it, because you know persistence is key, and it's very, very rare that the success you might be after will come just like that. You may not be taken seriously for a long time by people, but as long as you are clear about what it is you want out of it, and you just persist with that, just persist through thick and thin. Keep excited by it, and if you're excited by it, that is the vital thing as well. So yeah, I hope that's helpful.
Make sure you understand how the music business works. It's all fair enough being in a band or being an artist and going out and gigging, but how do you generate money? Because at some point in your life, if you want to pursue that as a career, you'll have bills to pay and mortgages to pay, and you need to make sure you understand the business, and you need to run your band or your career as a business. Putting on a gig is easy. As long as you've got your venue, and to promote an event like that, because people like going to gigs and like live music, they'll turn up and you can invite anyone. However, putting on Industry Unplugged, you have to target your audience and you need to focus on that and make sure that you're inviting the right people, i.e. musicians, professionals or semi-professionals that are planning to work in the industry. And that really kind of levels the playing field when it comes to students understanding how important that side of marketing and promotion are, as well as actually organising the event. And none of them really appreciated how much work there was until today.
The most important things that I've done in the past to achieve where I'm at, and with the grace of God, is a really high status I've managed to attain. For me, I've looked at what's important to me, not really been bothered about what anybody thinks about me, okay? And I've actually stood by my principles and my understanding. As you can see, I'm a Sikh guy here, dressed in Sikh attire. This is what I do, this is what I look like, and I go play with rock and roll bands. Now, it's a very unconventional way of doing things, because like I said to you guys downstairs, my understanding of music was I thought I was going to be sat on a wonderful rug, sat with an Indian classical player, and that's what I thought I'd be doing for the rest of my life. But, however, I couldn't get enough work like that. And then, there's lots and lots of snobbery and stuff involved in all of this. So, you know what I did? I stepped back and I diversified. And that diversification showed me new tricks that weren't beyond people's comprehension, because there's certain syllables and the stuff that we've learned is actually beyond people's understanding. So what we do is, I learned to count only up until 4 instead of 16s and 32s. Are you with me? 4 beat, keep it there, whether it's reggae, whether it's dance, whether it's acoustic. If you stay within the realm, you're able to diversify and flourish that way. Okay, as opposed to coming there and charging people with so much information. So these are the sort of aspects that I've had to really, and discipline, and that's a massive thing, and that is to be able to practice every day. Don't just think because you know it. No, you've got to be able to craft your art to such a high understanding where somebody sees you and think, yeah, he's on it or she's on it. Brilliant.
Well, Kirklees College Unplugged night. It came last year and it was a really good night. Well, we've only done the first half now, so people are asking some good stuff. We've had a good debate. And what I was quite impressed by is that after the initial 10 seconds where people don't really want to ask something, people are asking questions. So hopefully the second half, everyone asks questions. Because like I was saying down there, if you can't get in front of a crowd of people and ask a question, you shouldn't be involved in music. Because even if you're quite an introverted person, you've got to push yourself forward. So hopefully the second half it opens up. Then at the end, if people want to ask stuff as well before we go home now, that'd be cool with me, yeah.
Yeah, Kirklees College Industry Unplugged has been great this year. I'm impressed by the sort of level of interest, that people are showing, and it's just great that in an educational establishment that you can hold an evening like this, which is really there to give people wisdom about something that they obviously feel really passionate about.
Yeah, I'd like to just say I think it's a really important thing to do here in Kirklees because there's not enough of it about. And I think it's a very, very positive step for Sarah and her team to be able to come out here and actually represent the students. And the part of this, which I really like, is that the organisation of this event is actually done by the students. So that puts people into perspective of how to have a gig and how to put on a show and how certain things, whether it's health and safety, whether it's, you know, technical PAs and all the rest of it. So I think it's a really good insight for young people who are on this course to be able to get an insight and an actual hands-on and an in-depth insight of what's going on. So it's commendable, highly.
Yeah, the depth of knowledge with the panel, more so these guys than myself. It's just amazing. Everyone's got different kinds of questions, and these guys have just got so many years of experience, and they're happy just to pass it on. These guys downstairs are just learning so much, and that's what they need to do. They need experienced people to help them up the ladder.
I think Kirklees College should be applauded for this kind of thing, because certainly when I started out in Huddersfield there was nothing like this, and consequently I made an awful lot of mistakes which cost me time and money. So hopefully this will be a really positive influence on the new breed, the new blood that's coming through at the moment.